Welcome to Catastrophic News. I'm DiParmejan. Trump administration officials are actively considering suspending habeas corpus. That's the legal right that stops the government from locking you up without letting you challenge it in court, my friends. On May 9th, that absolute sponge-wallop Stephen Miller announced the White House is actively looking at this option, saying, "The Constitution is clear, and that, of course, is the supreme law of the land, that the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus can be suspended in a time of invasion. So that's an option we're actively looking at. The blithering muppet is trying to claim the current immigration situation at our southern border is an invasion, a proper dodgy interpretation that legal experts say is total codswallop. Look, habeas corpus isn't some fancy legal accessory. It's the fundamental protection against the government chucking you in a black hole and forgetting about you. Are you having a laugh? This is basic stuff that dates back to the Magna flipping Carta. The constitutional wollywobbles at the White House seem to think they can just bin it because immigration makes them feel a bit tetchy. Georgetown law professor Steve Vladeck called any unilateral presidential suspension per se unconstitutional, saying the near universal consensus is that only Congress can suspend habeas corpus. But our plonker-in-chief doesn't seem asked about minor details like the Constitution or separation of powers. Meow, that would be inconvenient, wouldn't it? Throughout American history, habeas corpus has only been suspended 4 knackering times: during the Civil War under Lincoln, to fight the Ku Klux Klan in South Carolina, in the Philippines during American colonial rule, and in Hawaii after Pearl Harbor. Notice something? All of those were during actual blimmin' wars or rebellions, and all required Congress to get off its backside and authorize it, not just some president having a temper tantrum because judges keep blocking his deportation schemes. The case of Turkish student Rümeysa Öztürk shows why this matters. She was banged up for 45 ruddy days before habeas corpus petitions got her released. Without that protection, she might still be rotting in detention for the appalling crime of political speech. What a chuffing surprise that this comes after federal judges, including ones Trump appointed himself, mind you, have repeatedly told the administration to sod off when they tried using the centuries-old Alien Enemies Act to deport migrants. Judge Stephanie Gallagher specifically ruled there's no evidence of an actual invasion that would justify these extreme measures. That's the real reason behind this bollocking nonsense. Miller and the rest of those daft gits are cheesed off that courts keep saying, actually, you can't just do whatever you want. If you're concerned about this gormless assault on basic rights, drop a comment below and let us know what you think. I'd love to hear from you lot about this constitutional crisis brewing. Our president's new bestie, President Musk, is lurking about in all this too. His Department of Government Efficiency, spelled DOGE, is already using biometric data and artificial intelligence surveillance systems in immigration enforcement. Imagine giving that tech-obsessed numpty even more power to detain people without judicial oversight. It's enough to make your whiskers curl, innit? The administration claims Congress stripped courts of jurisdiction over immigration cases through the Immigration Nationality Act, another load of absolute twaddle according to constitutional experts. This isn't about efficiency, it's about bypassing judges who keep pointing out that the law exists for a reason, you absolute spanner. Civil rights groups, government unions and watchdog organisations haven't wasted a single moment filing lawsuits against this preposterous power grab. They understand what's at stake here. Once you start suspending fundamental rights, where does the cock-wumbling end? Today, it's migrants. Tomorrow, it's political opponents. The next day, it's anyone who looks at Trump funny. This isn't just about immigration policy. It's about whether we're going to remain a country with actual laws or slide into some banana republic where the president can lock up whoever he wants. The Trump-Russia connection seems more plausible by the day. Putin must be absolutely chuffed seeing American democracy crumble from within. I'm DiParmejan, reporting for Catastrophic News. Stay vigilant, my friends.